Okay, it's time to harvest some fruit from my little fruit garden area. I've got 12 blackcurrant bushes down here. I see the blackbirds in and out of them now, so I think now's a good time to harvest them. I've kind of gone for safety of numbers here, that's why I don't net it, so I've got quite a few bushes. Don't expect to get all the fruit, but I've got my berry picker, which is like a comb that I made last year. You can see the video in the link above. And I've got my mesh bottom basket there, which makes washing fruit out really, really easy. So, this is one of my favourite harvests, to be honest with you. Blackcurrants have become a bit of a staple in our house. And not for kind of eating fresh, but more for the dried currants that we'll make from them. So when they used to make scones and things like that in the past, they used to use blackcurrants rather than kind of grapes, dried grapes. So we've started using blackcurrants instead of raisins or sultanas. We use blackcurrants a lot in our cooking, and it's been really, really good. Tastes amazing. This is a great blackcurrant. This one's called Black Ebony, and it's so sweet off the bush. I think it's really worth looking at some of these new varieties of currants that are out there. Oops. They're so tasty. I mean, they're just nice to eat straight off the bush, to be honest with you. Absolutely delicious. It's actually cropped so many, I'm not using the berry comb here, I'm just pulling them off by the handful. This is why you need to prune your currants every year. You want to leave about 8 stems. If you don't prune them, you don't get crops like this. This is awesome. Okay, so I've given the blackcurrants a good rinse off, and now it's a case of putting them on the sheets. We'll pick out any leaves and stuff as we go. We'll also pick some out afterwards. I'm not going to get too fussy about it. Fold the handle down a bit so we can get in there. Might be better off doing this over the top of the machine. They're going to roll everywhere. Okay, second plan, we're going to do it inside, just because I'm going to lose half my blackcurrants. So I'm going to put the machine on top. No. I'm going to put the basket on top and then just do each drawer, kind of spread them out. Hope we don't get too many on the floor. Never worry too much about them touching to start with. I know you're meant to have airflow around them, but they soon shrink and it will give you more space then. So we'll try and, we've obviously got quite a few here, so we'll try and get a good amount on each tray. And like I said, every time we open it then we can pick out a bit of the leaf or the bit of the stem. It's not the end of the world. And to be honest with you, dehydrating is one of the easiest ways to preserve, because you kind of just do this and then you've got nothing else to do. It's quite easy, besides putting it in some jars once it's dry, which obviously appeals to me. I think we're all inherently lazy, so if we can find an easy way of doing something, it just means it gives us a cooking ingredient that you can't really buy very easily, not commonly. Seems like 2 big handfuls on each tray is about the right amount. Okay, so the blackcurrants have had a bit of time to dehydrate. It's probably been in total about a day and a half, maybe 2 days. And I've dried them to a crisp. They are really crisp. They are super intense flavour, almost too much. So what I'm going to do is put them in a tray I've got here, and on the floor as they slip. That wasn't very good, was it? And then we can pick through, I can run them through a sieve or something and get the stems out. the leaves out. Okay, so now I've got it like this. It's a case of kind of almost winnowing it. We're going to pick out all the leaves. We could obviously do this before. Probably potentially would be better before, but I was busy the other night. Not so busy today. We can sit for a bit of time now, sort it all out. And then we're going to store it in jam jars. Oh, it would have been better to have done this before. You know when you do something you know you shouldn't? That's what happened. I knew I shouldn't be, but I just needed to get it done. I need to harvest a load more, to be honest. Okay, so ever the one to experiment, I've got an old Bounty Castle fan there. And I'm using it as a bit of a winnower for my blackcurrants, so we'll see how this does it. I mean, it's a pretty powerful fan, so I'm just trying to not lose too many blackcurrants, really. Okay, that worked remarkably well. Obviously, a little bit of spillage, not much at all really. And they are looking so much cleaner. There's a few stems I'm going to pick out now. So is that quicker? I mean, it's knocked off a lot of the flowers as well as I've kind of rubbed it round. I don't know, I'll have to see. I think it's pretty good. So now it's a case of putting these into jars. Am I the first person to winnow dried blackcurrants? I don't know. Let me know if I have or not. Let's see. Just using culinary jars. Mason jars, screwed up like that. I've got more out there, so it's whether I do more of this or can some. But to be honest, this is probably easier. Now you could blitz these up and make like a blackcurrant powder, add to stuff. You can make cordial out of it. There's lots of stuff you can do now. You kind of press the pause button on this. It'll last for, they say 12 months, but I say a couple of years in the pantry. We tend to use it in cakes, so as they cook, they kind of like semi-rehydrate, and they make like the most intensely sweet and sharp blackcurrant flavours. So I think blackcurrants are really an ingredient we're missing, I think, from our pantries, considering we can grow so many of them so easily in the UK, unlike grapes and stuff, which are, you know, most of them are imported, what we're eating, the raisins and things. It's something we can do ourselves. It doesn't take huge amounts of effort. The winnowing machine is like the fan is winnowing with the fan is a bit of an eye opener for me. I haven't tried that before. I thought I'd try it. It's quite good fun. But yeah, I think these are a great ingredient and we need to be using them more. High in vitamin C, really tasty. Great to have in baking, great to add to different things that you're cooking. So I'm going to dehydrate some more of these. I'm going to harvest some more today, get them in dehydrator, and yeah, I mean, they're just... So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this about these dehydrated blackcurrants. I hope you do it yourself. If you do it yourself, drop me a comment below. Let me know what you use them for. Great to have some more recipes on the go. We just use it in cakes instead of currants at the moment, and scones. Amazing in scones. Dried blackcurrants in scones it's like another world. If you've enjoyed this, please come back again. I don't like saying click like and subscribe, but that's what I really want you to do. But thanks for watching and see you next time.